A very good morning, I get here, judges, teachers, and all my fellow friends present here today. Today, I'm talking about how stress is good. Many people always tell me, oh, don't be so stressed, or I'm so stressed. Seriously, I don't see anything wrong with stress. But what is stress? Stress is a feeling of strain, worry, anxiety. But it's not just emotional, it's also biological and psychological. It's something both abstract and concrete. Therefore, I feel that stress is something that can help us in our daily lives. And I'm going to explain it in detail. For instance, stress helps us by pushing our adrenaline and giving us a burst of energy. For instance, when you're being chased by a dog, and the dog is running towards you, and then you feel trapped. You know, you can never outrun the dog. But somehow, something in you tells you, you cannot just stand and scream. By screaming, the dog will just magically disappear. And no one's going to jump in front of you and tell the dog, hey, bite me instead. No, that's not going to happen. So what do you have to do? You're going to start running. And with that burst of energy inside you, you can run so fast, that even the dog might not even be able to catch up with you. Besides that, stress also sharpens our senses. For instance, when we are on the road, you start looking at all the cars around you. Therefore, you feel this stress, you feel this anxiety, and this worry. What if the car knocks over? So, you will always be alert. And when the car comes towards you, you know that you have to dodge in order to save your life. As a student, I feel that stress has helped me so much. Stress is what that opposites procrastination. Because of stress, that's why I'm able to study and know that I can push away all my distractions. But as I said before, many people think that stress is a bad thing, even though it brings us so many benefits. Why is that? This is because they do not know how to control their stress. They do not know how to release their stress. They think that stress is just something you can just take it over and over again until it's such a huge amount that it takes control of your life. But no, that's not what you want. You want to take control of your own life and use stress as something to help you. Wow. That is how we can do it. And how do you control stress? Shelley Taylor, a psychologist at UCLA, once said that men and women have different stress. Therefore, we have to deal with stress differently. I'm sure all the judges are women, so you all can relate to when you're having stress. I'm sure you all like to talk about their stress. Do you? Well, as for men, they don't really talk about their problems. So how do they release their stress? They like to do their hobbies, for instance, fishing, drinking, or simply just taking a nap. Besides that, it's a well-known fact that red wine and dark chocolate helps to release our stress. These are other additional things that you can take to help you to calm down in stressful situations. Rome may not have been built in a day, but without stress, if stress didn't tell them, it's just civilization they would just they would probably procrastinate it, and probably they wouldn't even have found civilization, or they wouldn't even have built a whole empire. If it wasn't for them, could we just stand here today, be civilized people, and just having this competition today? I feel that they have made a big step and a big impact towards our lives. All of us are now civilized because of stress. Stress pushes us to our limit. When we are doing something, we tell ourselves we have to do better than that. We can't just settle for something. Every one of us here are evidence why stress can be good. And besides that, stress helps you to push yourself out of your own comfort zone. Abraham Lincoln once said, whatever you are, be a good one. And I'm sure all of us want to be the best at what we do. Whether you're a teacher, or a lawyer, or a doctor, you want to be the best at what you are. You don't just want to be the second best, or you don't just want to be a normal person. It shows when we're going to somewhere that we find foreign. For instance, when we're entering a party where we do not know anyone. The stress inside us tells us. You cannot just be that awkward person standing in a corner. You have to go out and socialize. You have to step out of that bubble of yourself where you feel comfortable. You need to be more than what you are. And it's because the stress inside you motivates you, gives you some support, gives you that courage inside you to go and socialize. And maybe you might have a good time. Who knows? Therefore, how can stress be a bad thing when when it pushes us out of our comfort zone. It makes us feel that we are better than that. It gives us that support, that motivation to be better than what we are. And stress actually also helps us to become so much better and so much more advanced than other people. Scientific studies have shown that pregnant women, if they undergo stress, it will release cortisol that helps the baby to develop mentally. And therefore, it helps them to prepare them for their future, to be better than other people. This is why I conclude that stress is definitely good and we all